in the high seas. Pisces, cast my line, now they're biting. Yeah, rocky coasts and lighthouses. What she knows now, I doubt it. Talk to me nice. I think your confusion starts with street lights.
Hi Gemini, welcome to your May 2019 reading, and happy birthday to those of you guys who have birthdays in May. Later on in the month, it is going to be Gemini season later on, guys. So welcome to the reading. I'm just going to get right into the cards this month, you guys. And I already did shuffle, and I do have an underlying energy of the Nine of Cups. I'm going to lower the camera now. Nine of Cups, Gemini, some kind of wish fulfillment, which I'm not extremely surprised to see. I think this came out for the Taurus new moon message as well. This could even be like a little bit of a birthday wish, but the Nine of Cups to me is just like fulfillment of whatever you want, right? You really want to know what it is that you want, and this did come up. This did come up for you guys on the new moon in Taurus, some kind of wish fulfillment, and it's water energy, emotional energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio for some of you. The Nine of Cups to me is about being surrounded by what would emotionally fulfill you. It's a wish fulfillment, not a make-a-wish card. This is a you already made a wish and in May, and it's being fulfilled. So be very careful what you wish for when you blow your birthday candles out, because you just might get it all. Underneath that is the Empress. So I'm not sure if this has to do with some kind of pregnancy for some of you guys. The Empress is sometimes the birth giver. She's the mother of the tarot. This might be a wish fulfillment regarding your guys' mom or you as mothers. But if not, it could be Taurus energy, Libra energy, it's Venus energy, very beautiful energy here, abundance. Maybe it's a wish fulfillment for abundance. I don't know, Gemini. We'll see what's going on, but we do have an underlying energy of the Nine of Cups, some kind of wish fulfillment for May. But let's see what's going on for the first week of May. Okay. Alright, five of Pentacles coming out. Underlying energy of the Three of Cups. So the first week of May looks like someone feels a little left out in the cold. Could be you or someone around you. This is a Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn energy, very Pentacle related. It could be money related for some of you. It could be the loss of a job, the loss of a home, or just a fear. It looks like there's some financial conflicts coming up here at the beginning of May for some of you guys, or just something that needs to change about a situation that someone's feeling left out in the cold in. Okay, now this is the ask for help if you need it card. Okay, if you guys are going through certain financial conflict and stuff like that, you may need assistance because you're not alone. I always say that with the Five of Pentacles, that you're not alone. This is like feeling a lack of energy. Like, I don't have enough money. Am I going to have enough money to pay the rent? You know, these people have been through a lot. They're left out in the cold. They're wounded. And this might be, it's linked to some kind of celebration or something. This could also be a birthday celebration, going out with your friends for drinks. And I don't know if some of you guys don't feel like you have enough money to do that, or maybe you feel left out in the cold by your friends. I'm not sure. It's linked to three important women, though. And this is water energy, Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio. So you're wanting to celebrate emotionally with three important people. For some of you, it's women. For others of you, it's just friends. This is a very social energy. So maybe some of you guys are trying to be social at the beginning of May, even though you're going through this conflict and feel left out in the cold. I do feel like some of you feel left out in the cold by your friends at a celebration. I don't know, like some third wheel energy going on here or something. We have the World under, oh goodness. Okay, so this is a celebration because beneath the Three of Cups is the World card, and underneath the World card is the Four of Wands. So that's literally three different cards that talk about celebration. All of these cards are celebratory. And it could be your birthday that you're celebrating. It could be a birthday celebration, but at the beginning of May, it's like, that's why there's an underlying energy here. There's also an energy here of soulmate, twin flame, because we have the Six of Cups and the Four of Wands that just fell on the floor. So I don't know what's going on there. It might be a home environment with children or some kind of commitment with a soulmate. But we definitely have a lot of celebration here, which doesn't surprise me because you guys are going to be doing celebrating. Maybe you were celebrating with a Taurus, celebrating some kind of completion to a cycle or a new home environment. Lots of celebration at the underlying energy of this Five of Pentacles. So maybe you guys are feeling left out in the cold during some kind of celebration. Maybe it's some kind of commitment. I don't know, Gemini. That's weird. Let's see what the second week of May is all about. What is the second week of May for Gemini? 10 of Cups. Okay. Very beautiful. We have the underlying energy so far as the Page of Swords. So you could expect some kind of message to come in at the second week of May. And this is kind of what we're headed into right now as I'm recording. It's May 6th. So I feel like some of you have already experienced this left out in the cold energy. Some of you guys feel really left out in the cold when it comes to a relationship or a home environment. I do feel like there's someone here listening who feels left out in the cold in a home environment, very like not included. Others of you are just experiencing conflicts financially about a home. Like some of you guys might want a new home in May, or you've been wanting a new home, you've been wanting to move or something, and there's just a financial conflict that's getting in the way of that. But again, there's this Page of Swords, air energy. This could be you, it could be another air sign, a Libra, Gemini, Aquarius. But the Page of Swords is like a spy energy to me. There could be a spy in some of your guys' homes. I don't know if some of you guys feel watched on like social media or something like that. I don't know if you guys are spying. This is a spy sometimes. And if not, the Page of Swords is just a very young person. There's a young Gemini here too. Like maybe some of you guys have young Gemini children. Or maybe there's just another young air sign, Libra, Aquarius. Could be another Gemini. Or this is just someone who's very young as far as their mind. This is someone who's very young mentally. And you know, Gemini, some people say that you guys are kind of immature like that. I don't agree with that. I think Geminis are one of the most intelligent signs, right up there with Libra and Aquarius. I guess all the air signs to me are just, they represent this truth and this intellect, okay? But it is a younger air energy, so it's like a youthful form of communicating. It might be communication with a child, because we do have children in this 10 of Cups. Some of you may just get a message of truth. It's like a very quick message. It might be a text or something like that about a home environment, or just some kind of truth the second week of May. Under that is the Knight of Cups. So it could even be like someone who wants to say something to you romantically. It could be a Pisces. It could be a Cancer or a Scorpio too, but this is the Pisces card. And it looks like there might have even been some conflict at one point as well. Let's see what the third week of May is about for you, Gemini. What is the third week for Gemini of May? May 2019. Okay, we have the Two of Cups. So this is kind of similar to the Taurus reading. If any of you guys have Taurus energy or are dealing with a Taurus, they also received the Two of Cups. They just received it the second week of May, not the third week. But they did also receive the Six of Swords. So just like Taurus, similar to Taurus, and it's interesting, Taurus is your 12th house. So you are going through 12th house energy at the beginning of May, and then at the end of May, you're going through first house energy. That's a completion of a cycle to you. But I do see some travel going on here. There might be like a reconciliation that involves travel, because we have the Six of Swords here with the Two of Cups. So I don't know if this is someone who lives kind of far away. You have to travel to see them. And this is an air energy here. But this is all about moving on to calmer waters. There is some kind of choice here the third week of May in regards to love too. You know, it might involve leaving something behind or something. Yeah, it looks like there's some kind of separation here. And for some of you, it's a heartbreak, a separation. It might even be like a third party or betrayal that you have to move on from. Like someone here separates. There's like a heartbreak, and because of that, they move on. You know, it was too troublesome. It was too emotional. So they move on. Others of you, this is like someone who's separated because they're long distance. A lot of air energy here. So maybe you guys need to have a heart-to-heart conversation, or communicating from the heart. Someone here might need to speak from the heart about someone here who's leaving or something like that. And that makes sense though, because you might be getting back with someone who you separated from. You know what I mean? Like there was some loss and some depression here, some heartbreak. It could be a Pisces or a Sagittarius. Let's see how the end of May is for you, Gemini. Okay, we have the Hermit and the Seven of Cups coming out with the underlying energy of the Justice. Oh, I just had to sneeze. So I don't really like how that Hermit came out, but we're just going to keep it because those cards wanted to come out for you. So somebody needs to hear it. Underlying energy of Justice so far. So there is a Libra present here. There is a Virgo. But let's just take this from the top and see how this all wraps up. And we might even clarify some of this for you, Gemini. But going back to the first week of May, which we've already experienced, it's May 6th. It's pretty much the ending to the first week. So hopefully those of you watching have already experienced this energy, right? So that way it's out of the way. But I feel like you came into May feeling a bit, you know, left out in the cold, right? This is a left out in the cold card, and it might be due to finances. It might be like the loss. It's like the unemployment. Sometimes it's an unemployment card. So some of you out there might feel, you guys might be unemployed, and that might be why there's some conflict financially as far as this home environment, or feeling left out in the cold. If you're not unemployed, it's just like you're feeling a lack of resources, right? Because this is earth energy, Taurus, Virgo, Capricorn. So it's that tangible energy. It doesn't have to be money or finances, but it's definitely something real in the real realm. You know, not that this isn't emotional, but it's represented by that earth energy. So there is an indication of a loss of something here, quite tangibly, coming into the beginning of May. There's something that needs to change here. Fives are all about change. So there's something that needs to change, maybe in a home environment. Okay, some of you live with a significant other and children. There's just like a home environment here where there's a relationship and children for some of you. I do feel that energy again where someone feels left out in the cold. And because of that, they may be moving. I did just feel that someone might be moving home environments the first and second week of May because of conflict or something going on there. So first week of May, yeah guys, something that needs to change financially. Now for some of you, this is has to do with like religion or church, because I do want to mention that these two people are outside, they're about to go into a church for shelter. This is like seeking sanctuary in a church because they're homeless. So, you know, I don't know, but I just wanted to explain all the meanings of that card. Remember, this is the ask for help if you need it card. You're not alone here. There's definitely someone who's experiencing this with you, spiritually, mentally, emotionally, something like that. They've got your back or something like that. There's someone with you during this financial conflict the first week of May. Something needs to change financially at the first week of May. That might be because there was a new moon in Taurus on the first week of May, which was a new moon in your 12th house. I do have a video for the new moon in Taurus. You can check that out if you want to know more about that. But to have a new moon in your 12th house, yeah, very subconscious. So you could be feeling this at a subconscious level. You know, I feel like Geminis, they do have subconscious anxiety regarding finances, because Taurus is your 12th house, and Taurus is that earth energy that has everything to do with our resources and stuff. So you guys might want to watch my Taurus new moon video in regards to this Five of Pentacles. It's just something that needs to change for some of you who aren't dealing with poverty and unemployment, feeling left out in the cold. Things is gradually improved though in May. For those of you who had a really like crappy start of May, it does improve because we move into the 10 of Cups, which is something, it's an ending. It's a 10. Okay, so this is like emotional fulfillment. It's blessings, family stuff, relationship stuff. It could be children as well. To me, the 10 of Cups is like that white picket fence energy. I don't know if someone lost a home here, because when I see the first 2 weeks of May, it might be like someone feels left out in the cold because of the loss of a home, loss of a relationship. I don't know, Gemini. I'm gonna have to clarify some of this for y'all for sure. Alright, I don't know if there was someone who felt left out in the cold in the home environment. The second week of May, though, it does seem like there's a focus on your home, your family, your relationships, your emotional fulfillment, things like that. Even if you live alone, this might be someone who lives alone, who feels like they live alone at least. I don't know why I keep getting this energy of someone feeling left out in the cold in a home environment. And I don't know, it might just be financial conflict as far as this home environment, as far as this emotional abundance, and you know, it's kind of like a happy ending, this looks like. Okay, especially those of you who have children, or this is talking about someone you knew as a child, because sometimes when I see the 10 of Cups, it's like there's 4 people there, right? But to me, it's like it might just be 2 people there, and the 2 kids are the inner children. Like it might be you're with someone who makes you feel like a child. You have like kind of a soulmate connection with this person because you were high school sweethearts or something like that. So second week of May, it's very, very focused on your home and the emotional abundance that you should feel in that home. And then the third week of May is the Two of Cups. So significant relationship coming up here. It's an emotional bond that you have with someone. This is also a soulmate. So with the Ten of Cups and the Two of Cups, this is like some of you guys might be moving. Maybe there's a choice to move in with someone here. You guys might be living with someone, I'm not sure. But the Two of Cups is a choice to me. Any two. Anytime you get a two card in tarot, there's the Two of Pentacles, the Two of Wands. It's like these are two different feelings that you have. And it might be because you're dealing with more than one person, Gemini. Two different feelings. If you're not choosing between two different people, it just might be a choice, an emotional choice in the middle of May, the third week of May, that could potentially affect your relationship. You see, it's a relationship choice, it's an emotional choice. I feel like this is someone who you have a strong emotional bond with. It could be a Leo with water sign energy. This is Pisces, Cancer, Scorpio though, and then we have that Lion. But if you're not dealing with those signs, it's just a strong emotional connection. Someone is very strongly intertwined with someone else. And I don't know if I've mentioned it yet, but the Two of Cups is sometimes two people coming back together, reconciling after a time of separation. And I did feel that some of you guys were separated. It might just be a physical separation, like there's long distance. I did feel that too. So third week of May, I am predicting a reconciliation of some sort. It just might be two people who express some kind of feeling to each other. They may come back together in a home environment. But this is a soulmate relationship for some of you guys. And with soulmates, you don't always have to connect physically or romantically. It's like a soul connection. This is a soul connection. For some of you guys, it might be with a Virgo. We do have a specific Virgo energy coming up at the end of May, okay? Let's go ahead and look at these two cards that came out. You got two cards for the end of May. This is another card that is coming up for you lately, Gemini, with me. It's that subconscious energy, although this part of the reading has a lot to do with your first house of self. This part of the reading has a lot to do with what you're feeling subconsciously, because the first half of May is that 12th house energy. The second half of May is that first house energy. So your subconscious self is coming up here, Gemini. How you're seeing, to the world and to other people versus what you're feeling beneath the scenes, what you're not quite all the way aware of yet. And I think that's why there's some wisdom here, because this is that subconscious energy. All right, making a choice with your eyes closed kind of thing, having a lot of different options. Someone here is going inward. And now you guys might be confused about a Virgo too. I do see a Virgo for some of you Geminis. And that's interesting if you're dealing with a Virgo, because you guys are both ruled by Mercury. So I cannot express how important communication is to Virgo and Gemini, because you guys are literally ruled by the messenger of God. Mercury is all about thoughts and analytical facts and stuff. Anyways, this is someone who might be being a little bit more introverted. You guys might be a little bit more introverted at the end of May. And I think that's because you guys are quite overwhelmed emotionally with the sun entering Gemini. You guys have been dealing with Mars in Gemini for a while, which is basically war. Mars is the god of war, and that's in Gemini. So any aggression, any irritability, I think some of you guys have been secretly edgy, feeling a little bit irritable. So even though it's going to be your birthday at the end of May, I feel like some of you guys might be wanting to go inward and reflect with this Hermit card. Maybe not going out as much, and it's all because of these cups, right? You got some options here, Gemini, and it's all about, you're just reflecting on these options, maybe a little bit confused. Some of you guys might go inward because you're confused at the end of May. Quite interesting. I see a lot of different options, maybe even some kind of fantasy here. This is like the fantasy card here. All right, kind of like an illusion. It's a dream realm, and some of you guys need to reflect on some dreams that you've had as well in May. And there's also this energy here about reflecting on the confusion you feel about getting back with a certain person. Some of you guys are trying to go inward about how confused you are in this relationship, because there is some relationship confusion. There's some relationship isolation, and I do see some of you guys are with Virgo for sure. This Hermit. Some of you guys just might be isolating yourself emotionally from your relationships. Now, the bottom of the deck here is Libra energy, the Justice. So some of you guys could be dealing with a Libra. Others of you could be dealing with like the court, some kind of like lawyer energy, judge energy. It might be metaphorical, but this is some kind of justice, fairness, balance taking place in May for you. Maybe it's some of that leftover Libra full moon energy, but this looks like some of you guys might be getting money from court. Okay, yeah, some of you guys there's going to be a ruling in your favor, because we have the Ace of Pentacles and the Six of Pentacles. So this is law-related money, whatever that means. And you see how we have this balance scale here and this balance scale here, two balance scales. So some of you guys have a new opportunity coming in May that's going to be offered to you. It's going to help you balance your finances, which, wow. Some of you guys at the beginning of May were really worried about that. All of you have financial worries to a certain extent, okay? Or conflict, okay? If it's not finances, and it's just feeling a loss of something. Someone here did feel a temporary or very brief loss of a home, a relationship. Like your whole May starts out with this feeling of loss. So you guys could even be feeling a loss of both love and home. I don't know. But either way, there is justice here for you, Gemini, okay? This is literally karmic money coming to you. Some kind of karmic, whatever you need, actually. The Ace of Pentacles isn't always money. Sometimes it's just something you need. If you need a car, hello, here's a car. If you need a home environment, if you need a new house, hello. You know, it's just something like that. Something that you need is coming to you, probably towards the end of May, and it's like, it's all about balance, because we have two balance scales here. So that's justice. It could definitely be a Libra or an earth sign that you're dealing with. A Libra with earth sign energy, earth sign with Libra energy. I don't know. It looks like some karmic money though. And for some of you, it's going to be straight up from the court or some kind of legal situation going on here. Here's this Page of Swords again. Okay, that spy energy. I do feel like there is someone here who has something to say to you. All right, Page of Swords, Knight of Cups. This is both messages. They're just different messages. One of them has to do with love and romance. Another one has to do with like maybe a spy. Someone here might be spying on a Pisces. I don't know. Someone here might be communicating with a Pisces too, but you know, it looks as if this has to do with money for some of you guys and just financial balance. Some kind of new beginning there. Whatever you need coming to you in the name of justice and fairness. You like deserve this, Gemini. So I'm definitely going to clarify for you. I'm probably going to clarify all your energy because I'm not going to lie, some of this has even confused me. Alright, so the Four of Cups wanted to just come out even though I haven't even really said anything. Some of you are definitely dealing with Pisces, or maybe this is just Neptune. Or maybe you're being asked to see something in a different way. See something from a different point of view. Become enlightened about some sort of victory. Queen of Pentacles. So there is financial victory here for some of you guys. Four of Cups though. Now we have to talk about someone who's emotionally bored. Alright. This is someone who's contemplating. You already are contemplating. There's someone here who's contemplating and reflecting on all these different options, all these different feelings, whatever. Someone who's trying to be very wise. I don't know if I mentioned that, but the Hermit is wise. And someone's trying to be very wise about... they're trying to reflect and be wise about choice making. Very wise decision maker here at the end of May. And if, you know, you're definitely being told to be very wise about any... you know, any options at the end of May, because not all these options are good, Gemini. Some of them are toxic. Some of them are not going to initiate a positive emotional reaction from you. So make sure you reflect a little bit at the end of May before you choose something going into June. Okay, you guys are going to have the sun in your sign illuminating your crown chakras anyway. So you're going to be able to see this victory from a different point of view. And this is also public attention. Some of you guys might get promoted in front of a bunch of people or something. But Four of Cups, this is emotional foundation energy. I'm not sure why this came out, but I'm going to talk about it and put it back. Someone here may miss an opportunity, so be very careful because you're very focused on these three cups, whatever these people, places, and things are. You're contemplating on this emotion, but you're emotionally bored. So you're not accepting any offers because you're already emotionally unavailable, I guess, in a certain way. You know, some of you might be ignoring this cup. Some of you might simply just not see this cup coming in because you're focused elsewhere. And it might have to do with a Pisces. I don't know, guys. But let's clarify this Five of Pentacles for Gemini. Why is the Five of Pentacles here? Oh, wow. So remember what we just talked about. those are coming out again. So it's about a new beginning. It's about financial balance. So some of you guys, even though you might not be unemployed, you might not feel left out in the cold or something like that, it's just you guys are worried at the beginning of May, probably because all this Taurus energy is in your 12th house, bringing your attention to all this money and, you know, what you own subconsciously. So that Five of Pentacles is that same message that we just talked about. There is something coming in, you guys. There's something coming in that you need, and this is basically the universe giving you something that is going to result in financial balance, the equal give and take. It might even be some kind of charity. Someone here might give to charities or something. You know, because of this Ace of Pentacles, it might be a charity giving to you. I'm not sure. There might be someone here who needs help, because we do see the less fortunate here. We have a guy in the middle in red who's very fortunate, and he's fortunate enough to give. You know, this message came up for someone for the new moon in Taurus, and it might have been it was Sagittarius that it came up for. So you guys might want to watch my new moon messages for Sagittarius as well. That's your opposite sign. But yeah, don't worry too much at the beginning of May, guys, because there is a new opportunity coming in. Some of you, it's a home environment or just more money. And yeah, it's going to be quite the increase in finances. It's something you've been waiting for. You may have to walk away, though, for this new passionate beginning, all right? You might have to take back something that was taken from you. Let's see what this Ten of Cups is for Gemini. That Eight of Cups that I'm talking about. So you might have to walk away. It might involve leaving a home environment or leaving a family situation for some of you, because we have the Eight of Cups. Now, this is going to be around the time where there's a Scorpio full moon. So you wanna watch out for the Scorpio full moon. Gemini, that is going to be in your 6th house. Yeah, and that's great. That's lifestyle. Okay, there's going to be some kind of job completion here. All right, so keep that in mind if you're changing jobs or if you're losing a job. It's because there's a full moon in your 6th house of work and service. You may need to walk away from whatever this financial conflict is. I think you guys are walking right towards, this is what we have here. Some of you could be walking away from a family situation, home environment, relationship on the Scorpio full moon. But because that's in your 6th house, it might have to do with a job first, okay? And then, yeah, we have this Ace of Wands and the Seven of Swords. So, you know, guys, be very careful of cheating and infidelity this month, because sometimes the Ace of Wands is a sexual encounter, and it is coming out with the Seven of Swords. So I don't know if someone's trying to get away with something here or just has a hidden agenda sexually or passionately, but this is something that has not quite been revealed to you yet. It's kind of a secret. It's hiding. This is very Piscean. Okay, these two cards very much represent a Pisces or a Cancer, or it's just a secret love offer that's causing conflict. You guys might be keeping your feelings a secret for someone, and that might be what's causing these arguments. That might be what's causing this conflict. Someone doesn't want to fight anymore or something like that. And if you're not keeping your feelings a secret from someone, then you're keeping your emotions a secret about how you feel about something, Gemini. But it looks like a secret love offer coming in. Some of you guys do not know it yet, but there is someone here who's on a quest for love. They're going to come and offer you something emotionally. But this is kind of weird. Now, this might be why someone walks away from a home environment on the 2nd week of May, because like there's a new spark somewhere, and someone may, this is cheating, lying, stealing, hidden agenda energy. That might be what is not revealed either. But we have the Ace of Wands. So you're probably walking away for some kind of new spark. It might be sexual. It could be Aries, Leo, Sagittarius energy. Please clarify the Two of Cups for Gemini. Why is the Two of Cups here for Gemini in the 3rd week of May 2019? It's Two of Cups, Gemini, May 2019. Please clarify the Two of Cups. And we have the Six of Swords. So yeah, I'm definitely feeling like someone here has to travel to reconcile with someone, or I don't know if someone has to leave behind. This is the choice to leave a relationship for some of you, or maybe it's a choice between two people, and because of that, you're gonna have to move away from a connection to get to a different connection. Interesting. This is all about troubled waters, though. Okay, 3rd week of May, connection with someone, possible reconciliation, maybe traveling to or from them, might have a child involved here as well in this travel. I think some of you guys might be leaving a relationship at the 3rd week of May, and you know, this is an air card, so you're going to have your truth, you're going to have your clarity. This is definitely Gemini, Libra, Aquarius, and it's about an emotional connection. It's about a choice for some of you. This 6 of Swords is talking about leaving something behind that has troubled you emotionally in order to get to calmer waters, you know, in order to get to dry land up ahead. You have to leave something behind in order to get to something new. And it's like with these 2 cards here, yeah, 2nd week of May, 3rd week of May has something to do with definitely leaving a home environment in a relationship. Maybe some of you guys are walking away from a family situation in order to move in with a lover, someone that you connected with emotionally from afar. Ace of Swords is at the bottom with the Star card and the Strength card and the Temperance card and the Emperor. So wow, some of you are dealing with an Aquarius, some of you are dealing with Leo, some of you are dealing with Sagittarius, some of you are dealing with Aries. These are all major arcana coming up for the 6 of Swords. So, okay, there's also someone here who might be single or just wanting to be independent. Let's see here, 1 second. Before we talk about that, there's this, you're doing this for your truth. Okay, this is like some kind of conversation that takes place where someone says, like, I'm traveling at the end of the middle of May. I think these are 2 people that are coming together to talk about why someone left or something, because the 8 of Cups can sometimes be someone who's walked away who wants to come back. That Scorpio full moon is going to reveal all that to you guys. Could even be walking away from a job. I don't know. There's just some to and fro energy, even though these 2 cards are both traveling in the same direction. But again, that 8 of Cups could be someone who left and who's coming back. I do feel some travel there, okay? With these 2 cards, there's definitely someone in the situation who's leaving or traveling or separated, walking away energy for sure, between the 2nd week of May and the 3rd week of May. And this is because of some kind of truth, some kind of victory, some kind of clarity that you're getting. It might be a conversation that takes place with an Aquarius. Maybe this is something that's inspiring. Now this is interesting. You have the Star and the Strength. So we got Aquarius, Leo energy here, which is an opposition. Someone, I don't know, this is major arcana energy. You're going to need inspiration. You're going to need strength, okay? This is victory, inspiration, and strength all in one. And then we have the Temperance card. Sagittarius energy, balance, patience. You're going to need strength and patience. And maybe this is about staying patient for, like, I don't know if some of you have a Sagittarius father, or if there's the father of your children is a Sagittarius. We do have your father coming up here, Gemini. The Emperor is the father. I don't know if there's some like father patience here or something going on here. And if it's not that, then this is you as a father or a boss energy, and Aries maybe. Aries, Sag, Leo, Aquarius. Lot of people there involved in this. Now it might not be those signs. Some of you it will be those signs. Others of you, again, it's just patience, strength, inspiration, keeping the faith in this truth. Staying strong, staying patient, taking back your control, right? Some kind of boss figure here or authority figure. And again, some of you guys are going to be single because there was cheating involved. Someone, I don't know, let me just leave it at that, all right? Because that's something. So let's clarify this Hermit and the 7 of Cups. Why is the Hermit and the 7 of Cups here for Gemini at the end of May 2019? Why is the Hermit here and the 7 of Cups for Gemini at the end of May? We have the 2 of Pentacles. So you're going to be juggling some things at the end of May, Gemini. You might be a little bit financially stressed, which I already picked up on. I already picked up on that at the beginning of May. It's like the financial loss or conflict that you were feeling at the beginning of May is going to be what you're ultimately juggling at the end of May, the 4th week of May. All right, this is your 1st house energy here. This is your 12th house. It's kind of like they're flipped. Because we have, I don't know, 12th house financial energy at the beginning of May, and then it's like the 12th house is showing up here. I don't know, Gemini. I don't want to confuse you guys even more than what you're already confused. Someone's here is isolated in their confusion. Like, they feel alone with this confusion. It's in regards to, should I leave this relationship or not? Should I walk away from this home environment? I already walked away from something at the 2nd week of May. Now I'm 3rd week of May, I'm like even moving on even farther, and this is juggling some kind of financial choice, validating this Hermit. So you guys are juggling all these different options on your own. Someone's really, really stressed out, has a choice to make between two things they value. It's a crossroads financially. Juggling. I mean, you're juggling all these different options inside your own mind. That's why you're trying to be wise. So, we have the, Gemini, there's some kind of message coming to you guys, okay? And I do feel like some of you are going to be traveling, because that might be what these two cards are too. Just simply travel. Because this is also travel. This is very fast forward movement at some point in May. And look who's right underneath there. It's the Lovers. So this is something coming right towards you, Gemini. It could be a connection. I do feel like you guys, some of you are in a long distance connection. That's what the Lovers card talks about. See that mountain in between them? It's also a choice. Some of you guys really, really do have choices in love. Especially if you're dealing with more than one person. You might have to leave one of those people behind. You might have to move out of a house situation with one person in order to connect with this other person, right? Either way, Gemini, there's like some kind of, this is like the arrows of love or something. Like Cupid's arrows, but it's also a message. It could be like a message online. It might be air travel, like in an airplane or something, but it's very fast. And I think someone might be traveling to you, you might be traveling to them, and it might be like quite a while away. This is like far distance travel, you know, like ninth house, long distance travel. You know, 3 travel cards, but it's also a message to you, Gemini, and it's like, wow, you know, you are in the middle of 2 different messengers. You know, you're in the middle of 2 different energies that are trying to communicate with you, okay? And we do have someone who's spying on you specifically. And they might want to say something to you. They've been waiting to say something to you. They've been watching you for a long time. And then we have a Libra here, and it's that court energy again. We have a Leo, Aries, Sagittarius man. Oh, wow. So we have the Queen and the King of Wands here. There's a decision to make here in regards to a relationship. I mean, I don't know how many times I have to tell you that. You know, Queen and King of Wands with the 2 wands, like these people both have a wand, and there's also someone standing in between 2 different passionate journeys. Wow. King and Queen of Wands, like a very passionate connection with someone. Aries, Leo, Sagittarius. And again, there's definitely, I don't know if there's a marriage here. Okay, there might be a marriage here, or someone's waiting on justice in order to say something. Maybe someone's waiting to go to court to say something. But there's so much communication going on with you, Gemini, and that makes sense because your season represents communication for us all, okay? Gemini, I hope that helped, guys. Thank you so much for listening. If that resonated and you would like me to do a personal reading for you, please check my description box for any information you might need. And other than that, guys, have a great May, and I'll talk to you in June.